Oh, look at this. They're starting us in the middle of the match, and we're getting completely dominated. We're going to have to step up, boys. We're going to have to show them who's boss. Now, I always have a topic for these podcast episodes because that's what a podcast has, right? A topic. But I realized that a lot of the podcasts I listen to and I enjoy don't really have a topic. And I just watch them because I'm lonely. That's probably accurate, but it's not as sad as that seems. If you're wondering what my favorite podcast is, it's called the Tiny Meat Gang Podcast, and it's hosted by Cody Ko and Noel Miller. Damn it. And that podcast literally does not have any topic. It's just dudes chatting. But it's just really entertaining. I think I like it because they're funny, but some people just like the idea of not having a serious topic. And seeing as this podcast series, look at that double kill, I'm a genius, does seem to have like a similar, like a kind of a following. Some people like this. I'm going to try to not always be so serious and have a topic. Like my first 2 episodes, they weren't sad, but it was just kind of like depressing to listen to because I listened back to them. And the whole time I'm like, is that what it really sound like? Am I really that sad sounding? Because trust me, I'm not actually that sad. I'm not that sad. But I will have a topic just so I don't talk about nothing the entire time. And I want to talk about what else? YouTube. Well, actually, okay, in the first episode, I talked about FIFA and the state of the Weekend League. Then the second episode, I talked about YouTube and the state of YouTube. So today, I'm bringing it full circle, and I'm talking about both of them at the same time, the state of FIFA YouTubing. Because that's what I am. I'm a FIFA YouTuber. Check out my links. And what I want to talk about is when I first started FIFA YouTubing, well, actually, when I first started watching FIFA YouTubers, to when I first started getting involved in like making episodes and stuff, to now, and it's been a while. Like let's concentrate and get mad kills. Okay, well, we tried. I started my first video is I think December 2014, or is it 15? No, it's December. It's like December 20th, 2014. But it's just like, it's like a 6-minute clip of me saying, of me mad because like my player is glitched and running out of bounds. And then I didn't post anything until probably August of 2015. And it's funny because in the very first video, I had only played FIFA for about a week. Like I played FIFA 10, but then I didn't play until FIFA 15. And I already had it about a week, but I'd already known about the whole FIFA's game is broken and it's fun to moan about it, and that's like what everyone does. So I was already moaning about it. And then when I got my Elgato in August of 2015, I came up, well, the reason I bought the Elgato is because I had the idea of Bronze to Glory. Oh, no, sorry, not Bronze to Glory. 200 or Below, which I still think to this day is the best series idea I've ever seen. Like on YouTube, or at least I've ever had. And if you don't know what it was, basically you could buy any gold player. You could buy any player. Like people could list up Lionel Messi for 200 coins, buy it now if they wanted to. And it was sweet because people would list up really good cards for 200 coins. So the idea was I could only spend 200 coins per player. And I ended up with insane squads. I don't know if I can find the squads. No, I can't because they're on my YouTube channel. But like I'm talking about, I had Gonzalo Higuain. I had a squad that would probably cost like, I don't know, 100K, and I had it for minimum 200 coins each, 200 times 11. Quick maths, that's to 2,200. Quick maths. So anyway, first series was called 200 Below. It was pretty cool in my opinion, and I don't think I've come close to a series that's that creative or like that easy to record. because I didn't need to have coins. Like, a big challenge is having the coins, because I don't spend real money on buying FIFA points. But anyway, the point of why I'm talking about that is because that's the first step in my YouTube FIFA journey. And then it moved on to other series like Bronze to Glory. That was also because I just didn't want to spend FIFA points. And then I had like Raising the Bar, which was an okay idea. It was like you draw, depending on if you win, lose, or draw, you get like a different outcome of what you have to do, like play a game with only goalkeepers if you lose or something. These were suggestions that people had in the comments below. So that was nice, but it was also a little bit too complicated. I don't really like series that are super complicated, because if you're new to a channel and you come up across that and you're like completely confused about the rules, you're not going to stick around. And also, like, I always think simplicity is has more of an art to it. But anyway, I had Raising the Bar. I had some Nations idea, FIFA Nations. This was the worst idea I've ever had. And it was basically you get a starter pack, and then if you win, you get to upgrade. But the upgrade, so say you have a bronze Mexican player, then I could upgrade if I win to a silver player, but it has to be a country bordering Mexico, so I could pick the United States or whatever other countries border Mexico. And that idea lasted like 3 or 4 episodes, because I get stuck in like Central America. And I was like, how am I going to get across to Europe? There's no ferries. So that idea was just really terrible. But all these videos, these series ideas, they had people who liked them. Probably people listening to this, they enjoyed it. And I enjoyed making them. But I wasn't really getting any growth from my YouTube channel, because no one would look up 200 and below or Bronze to Glory, because no one knew it existed. So like I'm realizing this a little bit late, but basically the reason why my YouTube channel is growing so slowly and why my videos weren't getting a lot of views, even while like I saw people who started after me and they were surpassing me, it's because no one could find the videos and no one knew they existed. So that's why these player reviews have really made it's because my videos have gotten better, but also mainly because people have found them. Like there's some FIFA YouTubers who have they don't even put effort. They just like record themselves, but then they have player reviews or they have easy to find titles and they have more subscribers. So player reviews are an easy way to make your YouTube channel grow, but I have fun doing them. I'm not in the mood to do any series anymore, because they're kind of stressful. Like if you have really bad form, then you just get really mad. Like that's what kept happening with Bronze to Glory for FIFA 18. So it's not like I don't like doing the FIFA player reviews, but it's not like really creative content in my opinion, and I feel like I could do something else. But the thing is, if I do something else more creative, like one of those series, no one's gonna find it. So I think what happens is when FIFA first started being a thing, I'm talking about, well, not first, but when it was really popular, I think that was FIFA 13 or FIFA 14. I was watching a lot of Spencer FC, and that's kind of who I modeled my series ideas around. Like he was always creative, but he does spend FIFA points with like Wheel of Fortune and stuff. But I would just binge watch FIFA Ultimate Team videos, and they would just pop up in the recommended, because there wasn't a huge oversaturation of people doing FIFA stuff at that time. But now everyone and their grandmother and their grandmother's grandmother is doing FIFA content. And like that's part of the reason why the player reviews are good, because you watch one long transaction, Higgins, long tranny player review, and you come up in the sidebar with just a ton of other recommended videos about like that same player review. So basically I'm just I don't know, guys. I don't know. I want advice. I want to know from the horse's mouth. You guys are the horse in this situation. I know you guys are nice, so you're going to say like just do what you want, which I really appreciate because I feel like I should do what I want. But at the same time, I do what I want, and then I'm still going to put a lot of effort in. I might even put more effort in if I feel like the creative juice is flowing. And I know I'm not going to see the same amount of views as if I just like poop out a 86 rated Roberto Firmino player review or something. That's the weird thing. That's the thing about YouTube. You can have the greatest videos. You can have someone making like top quality content. I'm not saying I'm making top quality content, but like someone who, if you had just an unbiased review from someone who knew what they were talking about, they would say, this is good stuff. But because of how difficult it is to find stuff on YouTube, because the trending tab is just amassed by by paid content and Logan Paul finding dead bodies, you can just go undiscovered. And then from that person's perspective, the creator perspective, you see that you don't get a lot of views and you're like, oh, this must suck. Maybe I should try something else. Even though what you did in the first place could be like, if it was just discovered by someone, it could be like a top series or something like that. Like, I'm not trying to bash other YouTubers, because it's not like I'm making incredible things, but you go to the trending tab and you see stuff that, I go to the trending tab and I see stuff and I'm like, yeah, this is like entertaining, but it's not like it's incredible. It's not like it's something that most people couldn't do. It's just kind of like a catchy title. Like, you see it and you go, what would happen if I set a knife on fire? It would probably catch on fire and melt, but you know what? I just gotta find out. And I gotta set more stuff on fire, guys. Higgins, I'm on top of the leaderboard. I'm not even concentrating. That's amazing. You gotta let Higgins breathe. It wouldn't be a huge problem if I had a steady income, but I don't have a steady, and I don't have any income really. Oh, you guys want to hear? This is what I should do. You got to talk about money. You guys want to know how much money I've made on YouTube? I don't mind telling you. To this day, I've made about $687, which doesn't sound like a bad gig, except when you think about like how much time I've put in and how it's been 3 years. It's been 3 years. I'm not saying this because I want you guys to give me money. I really appreciate the Patreon people and the people who watch my videos, but like I've never donated to a YouTuber, even though I've been watching YouTube for like almost 10 years, because I just never have the money. I know most of you guys probably don't have the money, so don't feel obligated. What did I just do? Don't feel obligated to give me money just because I'm talking about how I didn't get money. I'm just talking about lack of money, because I know people like Rice Gum apparently make $60,000 a month, and what does he do? He like makes fun of rape victims. Is that real? Well, anyway, $687 is I'm pretty sure what I've made over the past 3. It's been 3 years? Yeah, 3 years. Which, like I said, not a bad amount when you just look at the number overall. And I know some of you guys might be younger, and 687 is a lot of money. But then I think about, I was working 2 jobs from about September till December of this year. And then I was also doing these YouTube videos, so that made my head explode. But I would make like $600 in 2 weeks, or like a week and a half. And I was working probably less than I do on these YouTube videos. And then, but I didn't, the reason why I quit those 2 jobs, other than the fact that like I probably should get something better, because I did go to college. I may look like I'm 5, but I did graduate and I have 2 degrees. I'm not dumb. Okay? You hear that, Mom? You hear that? I'm not a dum-dum. But, you hear that, future employers? I'm not a dum-dum. So, it just felt like wasting time. Just getting pocket change, really, but I didn't necessarily 100% need it. And so if you factor in the hours worked to fully make a video, a player review that I'm happy with, probably takes around like 4 hours. So I'll tell you guys a schedule. Oh, this is a tight game. I should focus more. I'll tell you the schedule though. So let's say when I was working those 2 jobs, I would only work one job on Saturdays, so it wasn't that bad. But the other job would be like 9:30 to till 2:30, and then I would get home around 3, make player review. So I would look up while I was at work, like if it was a Wednesday, I would look up what players came out for that team of the week. I'd see who's cheap and like who's probably going to be reviewed the most. So say it's team of the week in lasagna. I'm going to put him in, and I'll record for about an hour to an hour, 10 minutes, depending on how many rage quits there are. And then that video, so that means I'm done recording around 4. What? We already lost? No, I need to keep talking. Okay, this might be a longer episode. I hope you guys don't mind. All right, so where was I? I was talking about a Wednesday night, typical Wednesday. Well, Wednesday is actually an anomaly because I had to work a double shift that night, but we'll continue with it. So I get done recording the episode maybe around 4. Wednesday's such a bad... Why did I choose a Wednesday? That's such a bad example. Okay, let's choose Thursday. So I'm done recording around 4. Then I edit, and I do a couple of passes through the edit. I've like created a pretty good system. So even though there's like a lot to do now, I've gotten it down to like a good system. So I spend at most like an hour and a half editing. The rendering only takes like 15 or so minutes. So let's say after I was done recording and editing, it's probably going to be around, I'd say 6 o'clock. That seems a little bit, I'd say no. It'll probably be around like 5 or 5:30. Yeah. 5:30 sounds about right. Then finished rendering, and then I used to make my thumbnails. Now I have a good guy who makes the thumbnails for me, which is pretty sweet. And so the video will come around 6, which is Eastern Standard Time here. I think that's 11 p.m. in the UK, and I'm not sure about like Germany. I don't know if Germany's an hour ahead or something, but it would suck in the US because there was really no other time I could do it. I guess I could have done like having the videos out the next day, but then I feel like I'd be behind, and to really get the most views, you have to do the Wednesday team of the week on Wednesday, because that's when everyone's like, oh my gosh, there's a new team of the week Bash Dost out. I can't wait to get him in my monthly rewards. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't terrible because I had the system planned out, but it just kind of ate away at my brain. Not really the FIFA stuff, because I enjoyed this stuff a lot. Like if I just had to do this as a day job, like 9 hours, I would do it. Even if I only got paid like $100 a day, that'd be fine because I actually enjoy it. The other jobs were just kind of like mindless, and I felt like I wasn't really accomplishing anything. So that's why I didn't really like those. As for Wednesday night, you might be wondering, why is Wednesday night different? So the part about recording is the same, and then editing. Well, yeah, I would get to editing. Usually I would only do the first pass, which is just like splitting up everything. So I'd line up all the different clips, and then I split it up. I could do that part in like maybe 20 minutes, but then the creative part where I like add stupid zooms, I add my music and I zoom in a lot. That takes a while because I have to think about my idiocy. So I would leave that until after I came back from work, which could be anyway. Like my shift would start at like 5, or 4:45 technically, and I just wouldn't show up till 5. And then I could get back at maybe 8:30, 9:30, or sometimes even 10. So then I'd get home, I'd be really tired, and I would go and finish off the edit, then upload it. And then I would usually, I would get impatient, and I like to see your guys' comments, so I would upload it like immediately, even though that would be like 4 in the morning or something ridiculous for the UK. But people would still watch it, which was cool. And so Monday, Tuesday, I would do that. Then Wednesday, I would have my different schedule. Thursday, Friday, I would do it. Except sometimes Friday, I would just solely play the Weekend League until I realized the Weekend League is not fun, and I wouldn't do that. But then Saturdays, when I had both jobs, I worked at, I think I can say it now, I didn't sign a non-disclosed agreement or whatever it's called. I worked at Chick-fil-A, and it sucked. Big time. So I would always have the 6 a.m. shift, which meant waking up at 5 in the morning on a Saturday. And I would work until like 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. or sometimes even 4 p.m. and just be really tired and miserable. And so I did that for 4 months, and it was just so stupid. I don't know why I did that. I was supposed to be talking about YouTube, wasn't I? I think it's fine. I think you guys still will enjoy this, hopefully. Maybe for the rest of this, that's pretty much done about me complaining about my 2 jobs. Let's talk about YouTube and FIFA. So I just think that it's like a lot of the series have been played out now. People have gone to Road to Glory, and people with the rise of Weekend League have gone for more, look at this little mug. People have gone for more pro players, and I'm not a pro player. I'm not even close. Like, pro players are ridiculous. And I don't think I'm ever going to get to that level, and I don't really want to get to that level because they play FIFA a lot. And if I want to actually take the YouTube part seriously, I'm going to have to put more time into YouTube. And so someone like Zwei, who's hilarious and makes really good videos and puts way more time into his videos than I do, than like most people do. He's mentioned it a couple of times, I think, that his viewership is down from like FIFA 15, I think. He was huge. And you can just look at the views themselves, and you like, if he gets 100,000 views on a video, that's really lucky. And that's mainly going to be if it's going to be something pack related. And I don't do packs because I don't have any pro friends who are just going to let me open their top 100 packs. And I don't have enough money to buy like 100K packs and stuff like that. So I feel like it's hard now for someone like myself to be able to really carve out a space in the FIFA YouTube section, which doesn't mean that I don't want to continue. I do want to continue. I wish that I could just keep making these stupid player reviews, but then I have to think about like what is going to get me the most views, just because I need to find a steady stream of income. If income didn't matter, I could make these silly little player reviews, which I like making, and I'm going to continue making them, but I'm trying to talk to you guys about, like, maybe you guys have an idea of something new, fresh, exciting that I could do. If this were 2010, this video right now would blow everyone's mind, mainly because this game hadn't come out yet, but also because Call of Duty commentaries were the absolute shiznaz. Like, Call of Duty commentaries were the thing, then it switched to FIFA commentaries, or FIFA, like, Road to Glories, I'd say. That was huge. And now it's gone to, like, reality TV daily vlogs. Does anyone want to join my crew? We can be called the Long Trannies and be long trans. I don't like this stage of YouTube, and I hope it grows out of it. I think it will. It always seems to, but it's just kind of like, why is this the stage? If you haven't seen the Spencer FC video, where it's Sugar, it's on his Spencer FC channel, which is quality, by the way. I'm bottom of the leaderboard. it's like a 25-minute video just talking about how he's not really happy with where YouTube is. And it's a good video because he brings up a lot of points. I still hope that, I wish he would make more content because Spencer's one of my favorite YouTubers because he actually talks sense and doesn't just freak out. I wish he didn't use so many caps in the titles though. I'm going to be honest. I don't get the screaming thing. Caps in the titles goes in hand with the clickbait thumbnails. I can understand the clickbait thumbnails, and I can even to a certain extent understand the clickbait titles. But why is it that you put them in caps? Do people like getting shouted at? Because I don't. This game's ending. Let me know if you guys like these longer podcasts. In that Tiny Meat Gang, or the Cody Cove podcast, I don't know, maybe it's Insanely Chilled, he was mentioning how people actually like longer podcasts instead of shorter ones because you kind of get in the flow of things. So I don't know how long this one's going to be, probably like 25 or 30 minutes. I could go for an hour if you guys really want me to, but I don't know if you guys want that on a different channel. Is that really necessary? I do have a second channel. I could maybe put them on there. Let me know down below. And this has been your boy, Long Tranny. I'm out. Don't forget to pay your bets.